without going to the content, we'll take up the questions directly so that we cover at least some more questions.
जी भैया, okay.
Next time we'll take up the content and then the questions.
Okay,
But this
भैया.
time we can take up the questions directly.
Yes, भैया. So questions are here. So the
Yes.
first question is like, can we consider the dynamic activity of self and the power of the self is mind?
Yeah. Dilip Kumar Verma.
Yes.
Is he here?
Let me check, भैया. I don't see Dilip Bhaiya in the list.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be there. Then shall we wait for, take up some other question and come back to this
Yes,
question?
भैया.
Dilip is there. Yeah. So
Yeah,
question number
again,
1 and 2 are from Dilip ji.
yes, भैया.
Yeah.
And Bhaiya, as you mentioned, Sankaracharya at the age of 3 responded as pure observer. In one context, they didn't put any effort in this, but at the age of 3. So there was a question what made them super special in their self when compared to us.
Yeah. So there is, nothing like super special. There is a continuous process of development through which every one of us, every self has to go through. So only thing is that people like Sankaracharya, they have already gone through the process in their previous, association with the body, and they have done whatever we are calling as, purification of the sanskar, right? Or, upgrading their sanskars in their previous life. So it is not that something is given to them without their, proper effort for it. So every one of us has to develop that right understanding, that right feeling in us through the process of whatever you call it, through the process of gaining knowledge or through the process of sadhana, through the process of meditation, whatever it is. But each one of us has to pass through this process of evolving the self from the lowest activity of selecting and testing to the highest activity of realization and authentication. So that process we have to all go through. So only thing is that those people or those self which have undergone this process in the past and have this, sanskar which is upgraded, okay, when they associate with the body in this lifetime, all those sanskars are there, all that level of awareness, the level of their consciousness is there, and that is how they start reflecting all those capabilities. So this possibility of every one of us becoming divine is there, and that is what we are trying to work on. We are saying that there can be a definite process in the system of education itself where every self can work for, the potential divinity which is there in each one of them. So each one of them can become divine through this process. And one of the process that we are suggesting for this development is what we are calling is the process of self-exploration. So every time we talk about self-exploration, we are not saying that this is the only process, but we are saying that it is one of the effective process which can be brought into the mainstream education, and each one of us can, go through this. So this is one possible method, but there are many possible methods which people have developed and adopted, and they have worked through, and they have, developed their sanskar through this process, their process. So there was nothing super or special about Sankaracharya ji, right? They have worked for this development of this self in their previous association with the body, right? And that is how their sanskar, which has been purified, which have been upgraded, which has developed a kind of divinity in them, is there. And because it is there in the self, it starts showing up in a very early age, like age of 3, age of 8, and so on.
Yeah, Bhaiya. Yeah, the next question is about the activity of the body is
What question
temporary.
was this?
Bhaiya, the question is by Shivaraj sir. He's from SR region only, PSG.
Yeah. Shiraji, is it fine? Shiraji is there? Not there.
I couldn't see him in the meeting, Bhaiya.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
We can move to the next question then.
The next question is by Suresh R. Sir. The activity of body is temporary. Is it applicable including the internal organs like lungs or kidney? Activity of self is continuous. It is applicable during the sleeping state without dreams.
Yeah, so the two parts of the question. Second, first part is it applicable to the internal organs like heart and lungs, that their activity is temporary or not temporary? Yes, it is temporary. The activity of the heart, for example, is that you are breathing in, breathing out, and that's it. So if you look at one cycle of breathing in and breathing out, then it seems to be continuous, appears to be continuous. But if you look at these two activities of breathing in and breathing out, is it temporary, each one of them, or continuous?
Shivaya, correct.
So whether heart or lungs or kidney, they are performing some functions. But if you look at the constituents of those functions, they all appear to be temporary, number one. Number two, after the age of the body is over, let's say 100 years, they anyway die. But even when the functioning is taking place, there is discontinuity in the functioning. So you are breathing in one function, you are breathing out another function, and then two put together is the breathing, which seems to be continuous. So this is regarding the first question. Regarding the second question, the activity of self is continuous. Is it applicable during sleeping state without dreams? So this is called deep sleep state. Okay. So if you look at that deep sleep state, your sanskar remains there as a seed. So all the sanskar which are accumulated in the self, they continue to be there as seeds, right? They don't die out. That is why even after going to the deep sleep state, right? When you come back, those sanskars are there and they become active. So that is one thing. Second thing is that if you start, being the pure observer, being aware every moment, then you can see that even when you are in the deep sleep, you are able to observe that you are in deep sleep. You are able to observe that you are in deep sleep. In fact, when it is talking about pure observer, one of the qualification of pure observer is that it is the observer of the state of awakening, state of sleep, and state of deep sleep. तो जागृत, स्वप्न, सुसुप्ति तीनों का दृष्टा है. ये क्वालिफिकेशन है शुद्ध दृष्टा का, साक्षी का. So what we are trying to work on through exercise 1, where we are talking about this being at the level of pure observer and from there observing all the lower activities of the self. So if we are in that state, then we can see all these three states of awakening, the awakened state, the sleep state, and the deep sleep state. So when you are saying sleeping state without dreams, it means this deep sleep. So there also the activity is going on. The activity at the level of sanskar is going on. Activity at the level of pure observer is going on. But the activity at the level of imagination, right, that is not very relevant at this point. That is, you are not thinking of how to interact with the world outside. So because you are not interested or not concerned for the interaction with the world outside, therefore there is no need for imagination. So in that sense, the imagination part is at rest. So you are giving rest to it because it is not needed. But potentially it is still there. So any moment you think of doing something with the world outside, this imagination will become immediately active. But otherwise it is potentially there. But this activity of sanskar is going on. The activity of the pure observer is anyway going on, even in the deep sleep state. Is it making sense? Whose question is this?
Bhaiya, it's a question from. It's a question of Suresh sir.
Yeah, Suresh is there?
Suresh Bhaiya. The name is not found in the.
Interesting. So they have asked question and they are not present. I think they are doing this exercise for others' well-being, for the good of the other. Yes, we can move to the next question then.
This is a question from Geetaka. Geetaka is here. So now I'm clear that my sanskar reflects as karma in my next lifetime. But people generally say one's deed will affect the next generation also. Is it true, or it's just to threaten to do this good?
Yeah, this is interesting. I have discussed this many times, but I explain it again. And let's use this Hindi words. So this sanskar and karma, right? So when you are saying action, action is not just the activity. Action is the karma. Okay. And this karma and sanskar, they are interrelated. They are reinforcing each other. For example, if you have an assumption that this other person is in opposition to you. Right? This is one sanskar about the other person. Then what will happen? Whenever you are going to interact with this person, will you interact with that person with a feeling of relationship or feeling of opposition? Geeta ji, what will happen?
जी नमस्ते भैया अपोजिशन ओनली भैया
Opposition only. So if your feeling of opposition is there, then all your thoughts will go along that line, right? Yes. And then if you are interacting physically, you are likely to get into fight. Right?
जी जी
Now, if you look at this karma of fighting, this is because of the sanskar, right?
जी जी
It is because of that sanskar, it is because of this assumption of yours that the other person is your enemy. Okay?
जी
And this is something which keeps happening even in the family, isn't it?
true
Yeah. So this karma and sanskar are related. So sanskar gives rise to karma. And you will, notice that these karmas also give rise to new sanskar. So if you were having this feeling of, opposition and then you end up fighting, your previous sanskar that this person is my enemy will get reinforced. Right?
जी जी
So sanskar gave rise to karma and the karma reinforced the sanskar. Okay?
जी
So before the interaction, you had a sanskar. Then during the interaction, it was showing up as karma.
जी
After the interaction, you have another sanskar, which is reinforced by this karma. Okay?
जी
So this is how it goes. This is how it goes from one moment to the other moment. From one day to another day, 1 year to another year. Like that from one birth to another birth. Right?
जी
Because death is a process where you are changing the body. For other cases, you are interacting with through the body or not interacting through the body. So in a way, it is a similar situation. Okay. The fact that this sanskar will continue even after dissociation with the body can be verified even now. That whenever we associate with the body and interact with the world outside, our sanskar appears as karma. And when karma taking place, it is giving rise to new sanskar. Right? This is happening. And what is
जी
getting accumulated in the self? The sanskar. So it is, if you look at this self from moment to moment, the sanskar is getting accumulated in the self and going from one moment to another moment. And there is a continuity of that sanskar in the self. As far as body is concerned, it will express through the body as and when the self decides to express, in the form of karma.
जी
Okay.
जी
Now, for people who can look at things only at the gross level, for them what is important is karma. and not the sanskar, because they can't understand sanskar, they can't observe sanskar. Okay. Therefore, it is said that this karma will go from one birth to another birth. But what is going is not the karma exactly, it is the sanskar. But this sanskar will keep creating same kind of karma with slight difference in the type of expression, depending upon the time and the space and conditions in which it is being expressed. But similar. Yes, these people go and keep fighting. So if you look at these Indian stories, lot of them, Mahabharata, so one self passing through so many life cycles, right? And every time is ending up fighting, and then getting worse. And then he will meet somebody, pious person, and who will give him some, guidance, and then he will change. And then he will change, he might change completely. Right? So what is changing is the sanskar mainly. Yes. And if sanskar changes, the karma will change. Yeah.
Bhaiya, in Geetaka's question, it will affect the next generation. Like somebody, sometimes to scare, they will say, if the father is not doing good, it will affect the son. Is it the father who is carrying the sanskar, but why the son has to affect it? It is not truth, right? So that might.
No, that is very simple. If father is a bad sanskar, he will pass it on to the child.
But by a chances for child is also having a better sanskar, no? To
Yes,
not get affected by the
we have these examples like Prahlad and Dhruv. Right? So the father of Prahlad was the Asur. Very demonic kind of person, right? But Prahlad was quite different. He was a Bhakt. Isn't it? And interestingly, if you know, the son of Prahlad was again very devil person. Because he started taking inspiration from Hiranyakashipu rather than Prahlad. So,
nice. So it's just we carrying our baggage. It's just we carrying our baggage all the time.
We are carrying our baggage, and we have the possibility to improve upon it.
Yes, got it.
That is why we are saying, given whatever sanskar you have till now, okay, we can start this process of self-exploration, and this self-exploration, which includes exercise 1, exercise 2 also, right, and other exercises to be developed, you can improve upon your sanskar. So whether you are a good person to begin with or a devil person to begin with, you can improve upon your sanskar. This is what is being said. And most of us who are going through this process, we can see that over time, there is significant improvement in us. Of course, we have not become very divine, but we are improving, isn't it? Yes.
Correct.
And we see the possibility that we can become divine, sometime.
Bhaiya, yes. Bhaiya, Sunil Kumarji has raised a hand.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yes, some urgent question, then we can take up.
Sunil Bhaiya.
Hello, namaskar, ma'am. Namaskar, sir.
Namaste. नमस्ते नमस्ते।
सर मैं ये कह रहा था कि कुछ तो संस्कार के बेस पे हम कर्म करते हैं, लेकिन सेंसेशंस के बेस पे भी तो कर्म करते हैं, बिफोर कंडीशनिंग और प्री कंडीशनिंग। द सेंसेशंस अराइज देन वी डू, मतलब जो शुरुआत में संस्कार बनने से पहले जो पहला संस्कार बनता है तो सेंसेशंस के बेस पे बनेगा। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है, तो उससे भी तो कर्मा हम चेंज हो सकते होंगे।
देखिए, सेंसेशन को आप कितना महत्व दे रहे हैं ये भी आपके संस्कार पे निर्भर करता है।
संस्कार मतलब पहला बना ही नहीं है। फर्स्ट टाइम जैसे एक छोटा बच्चा है, वो कोई गर्म चीज देखता है, उसका संस्कार है नहीं, पता नहीं, उसने टच कर दिया, उसके बाद उसको पता लगा, सेंसेशन के द्वारा पता लगा कि हाँ ये गर्म है, इसको फिर संस्कार बना, मैं जो सोच पा रहा हूँ। और फिर
जी
वो दोबारा से जाएगा तो उसका संस्कार बना कि हाँ ये चीज है, उसने जो मीनिंग दिया उसकी फिर कंडीशनिंग हुई माइंड की,
जी।
इम्प्रेशन पड़ा, तो ही मेरे ख्याल से, या सर कुछ और है?
नहीं ठीक है, आप जो बात कर रहे हैं ना
जी।
वो ऐसी बात है कि एट टाइम t is equal to 0 when the self is there in the very time t is equal to 0, initial state of the self.
यस, लेकिन कभी ना
Yes.
कभी कोई संस्कार तो पहली बार हो सकता है कि
Yeah,
जड़।
let me explain.
यस।
So when the self did not had any sanskar, at time t is equal to 0, right?
यस।
Then what you are saying is correct, that he must have interacted with the world outside, and on
यस।
the basis of getting some sensation or some response or reaction from the world outside, he would have made some sanskar.
यस सर।
Okay,
तो सर
so that
जब
is
हम,
fine.
यस सर, मैं सर ये
Let
कह
us,
रहा था तो,
let us settle one by one.
या
So this much is okay. Now what is your question? Yes. Yes, tell me question.
You have to unmute yourself, sir.
हेलो सर, आवाज आ रही है सर?
हाँ आ रही है।
तो सर जब हम संस्कार खत्म करते करते जाते हैं और एकदम कॉन्शियसनेस के लेवल पे आ जाते हैं, तो
अभी खत्म करने की बात नहीं करिए, पहले तो आप बनने की बात कुछ बता रहे थे।
उस सेंसेशंस का ही कह रहा था कि सेंसेशन से ही तो संस्कार बनेंगे सर, और फिर कर्म करेंगे।
ये t इक्वल टू 0 ये हो सकता है, ठीक है ना?
तो t इज इक्वल टू 0 मतलब बिल्कुल बहुत पहले।
इनिशियल स्टेज पे ये हुआ,
यस।
ठीक है ना?
जी।
बट इतने तक ही चलता है या और कुछ भी होता है, ये पूछ रहे।
हाँ
इसी
फिर तो,
तरह से सिर्फ संस्कार बनता रहता है
जी सर,
या और भी कुछ प्रोसेस इसमें ऐड होता है?
फिर तो संस्कार बन गया तो फिर वो तो कंटिन्यू चलता रहेगा ना सर, कुछ सेंसेशन से चलते रहेंगे, और मैक्सिमम तो प्री कंडीशनिंग के हिसाब से ही चलते हैं, जितना मैं समझ पा रहा हूँ।
वही तो, ये जो आप समझ रहे हैं ना,
हाँ जी।
इसमें फैलिसी है।
अच्छा।
तो दो तरह का इनपुट है।
जी।
एक इनपुट है जो बाहर से आ रहा है, जिसको आप अभी सेंसेशन कह रहे हैं।
हाँ जी।
एक इनपुट है जो प्योर ऑब्जर्वर की तरफ से आ रहा है, इसको आप काउंट नहीं कर रहे हैं।
प्योर प्योर ऑब्जर्व तो मीनिंग देख के उसको रिलेटिव को चेंज कर दे रहा है ना सर, प्री कंडीशन के हिसाब से, पुराने संस्कारों के साथ।
आप रियलिटी किसको कह रहे हैं ये भी तो फिर रिव्यू करना पड़ेगा ना। जैसे देखिए, किसी एक बच्चे ने हमारे साथ व्यवहार ठीक से नहीं किया,
हाँ जी।
ठीक, अब हम उसके साथ रिएक्ट करेंगे या रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे?
रिस्पॉन्ड करना चाहिए।
वही, अब फंस गए ना आप।
नहीं,
जबकि
रिस्पॉन्ड
सेंसेशन के हिसाब से
कॉन्शियस,
सोचेंगे तो रिएक्शन ही बनता है।
नहीं कॉन्शियस नहीं
लेकिन
रहेंगे तो रिएक्शन करेंगे सर, कॉन्शियस
एग्जैक्टली
है तो।
ये जो कॉन्शियस अगर आप है ना, इसका मतलब एक और इनपुट आ रहा है। कॉन्शियस जब आप हैं तो इनपुट को एक और आ रहा है, अदर देन द इनपुट कमिंग फ्रॉम द अदर पर्सन।
अंदर से आएगा ना सर, वो तो अपने
वही तो
स्पेस से,
अंदर
अपने
से आ रहा
वॉइड
है
से
ना, उसको आप कहाँ कंसिडर कर रहे थे अभी? अभी
कंसीडर
यही तो
कर।
मैं कह रहा हूँ, उसको भी कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा। तो दो तरह के इनपुट है, एक जो बाहर से आ रहे हैं, एक जो हमारी प्योर ऑब्जर्वर की तरफ से आ रहा है। और ये दोनों इनपुट के बेसिस पर हम तय करेंगे, ठीक है नहीं?
जी सर।
हाँ,
जी सर।
अभी जो स्लिप हुई है आज के दिन पूरी साइकोलॉजी पर और एजुकेशन में, वो ये हो गया है कि ये जो दूसरा वाला प्योर ऑब्जर्वर का इनपुट है हमारे अंदर आता है ना, व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस,
जी सर।
उस नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस के इनपुट को हम कंसिडर नहीं करते हैं आज के दिन। इसलिए हमारे पास कोई अपना बेसिक रेफरेंस नहीं है।
जी।
फिर क्या होता है, फिर एक रिएक्शन फ्रॉम आउटसाइड लीड्स टू अनदर रिएक्शन, ठीक है ना?
यस सर।
फिर अनदर रिएक्शन लीड्स टू एट अनदर रिएक्शन, and we become the bundle of reactions. ये उसका मेन क्रिटिकल पॉइंट है जिसको हमको ऑब्जर्व करना चाहिए कि संस्कार फॉर्मेशन में सिर्फ एक्सटर्नल इनपुट ही नहीं है, संस्कार फॉर्मेशन में एक्सटर्नल इनपुट प्लस इनपुट फ्रॉम द सेल्फ विदिन, द नेचुरल एक्सेप्टेंस, द प्योर ऑब्जर्वर, and that input from the pure observer is what is going to give you the real guide, the right guide, the right understanding.
यस सर। तो
ये
जो स्टिमुलस और रिस्पॉन्स का बीच गैप है सर, उसी में तो जो टाइम जो आएगा उसी में तो ऑब्जर्वर मतलब डिसाइड करने की जो कैपेबिलिटी बढ़ेगी।
वही तो, ये तो आप एक ढंग से ऐसा देख रहे हैं। दूसरा ये कि धीरे धीरे अगर आप प्योर ऑब्जर्वर की जगह पर हो जाएं और वो आपके जीने का सेंटर हो जाए,
हाँ,
तो
बीइंग एट सेंटर,
आप हमेशा आराम में रह सकते हैं, आराम में हमेशा सुखी रह सकते हैं, ठीक है ना? एट पीस रह सकते हैं, और पीस में रहते हुए बाहर से जो भी आ रहा है उसका इवेल्युएशन कर सकते हैं और उसको रिस्पॉन्ड कर सकते हैं, रिएक्शन करने की जरूरत नहीं होगी।
यस सर। यस
कितनी सुंदर बात है, देखिए
सर।
बदल गया
बट
कि?
हाँ,
जी जी बताइए। बताइए ना कुछ, आपका माइक वाइक तो नहीं बंद हो गया?
हेलो। हेलो
जी हाँ, हाँ जी बताइए
सर,
बताइए।
मैं ये कह रहा था कि हाउ टू एंकर दैट सेंटर at the Sakshi level or observer level, so
उसी
that
पर तो बात कर रहे हैं। आप
because we
मॉर्निंग का
sir
सेशन
again
अटेंड
and
कर रहे हैं
again
कि नहीं?
we gain जो स्ट्रीमली जितने हैं वो कोट हो जाते हैं और भूल जाते हैं सेंटर को।
ये तो आप मॉर्निंग सेशन कर रहे हैं कि नहीं?
कल से स्टार्ट होगा सर।
करिए करिए, उसको 4 महीने करिए।
यस सर। यस।
वो क्रिटिकल बात है ना?
यस।
अभी तक हम रिएक्शंस को ही सब कुछ मान रहे हैं, है ना,
नहीं
क्योंकि हम बाहर के इनपुट पर ही डिपेंडेंट हैं।
नो सर, आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट लास्ट 3-4 years, कोशिश करता हूँ बट आई स्लीप्स अगेन एंड अगेन।
ठीक है ना?
सेंटर से जब बात करते हैं देन एवरीथिंग इज इन कंट्रोल, लेकिन
जी
जैसे ही कोई रिएक्शन ऐसी होगी कि बियॉन्ड सेंटर ध्यान नहीं रहा, तो देख ध्यान आता है तो उसके बाद तो एकदम स्टॉप हो जाती है चीजें।
सही बात है। तो उसको ध्यान को बनाए रखने के हिसाब से तारा प्रसन्ना जी ने अभी एक मैसेज सबको भेजा है कि कल से ही एक, है ना, मॉर्निंग सेशन का वो शुरू हो रहा है ना,
हाँ,
4 महीने का।
उसी में मेरा नाम है सर।
वही तो, बाकी सबको भी मैं कहूंगा कि अगर आप में से कोई भी व्यक्ति मॉर्निंग सेशन ज्वाइन नहीं किया हुआ है या किया हुआ है तो भी कल सुबह से ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं ना,
जी
या
सर। जी।
आज ही ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, कल सुबह से अटेंड करना शुरू करिए।
जी
तो
सर।
क्या है कि एक रिग्रेस प्रोसेस से तो गुजरना ही पड़ेगा, है कि नहीं?
यस सर।
हमको अपने कपड़े को साफ रखने के लिए जितना सारा है ना डिटर्जेंट खरीदना पड़ता है, धोना पड़ता है, सुखाना पड़ता है, ये सब करना पड़ता है कि नहीं?
यस सर।
अगर सेल्फ को प्यूरिफाई करना है, संस्कारों को प्यूरिफाई करना है, तो उसका भी एक प्रोसेस होगा।
यस
तो
सर।
ये जो एक्सरसाइज 1 और 2 हम लोग कर रहे हैं मॉर्निंग सेशन में, वो तो इसीलिए कर रहे हैं कि डेली अपना सफाई होने का काम चलता रहे,
जी सर।
है कि नहीं?
ओके सर, कल से
ऐसा ना हो कि गंदगी हम इकट्ठा करते रहे और हमको होश भी नहीं है कि आप गए, धूल धक्कर था, आपका कपड़ा गंदा हो गया, अब आप धूल धक्कर से लड़ाई थोड़ी करेंगे कि कपड़ा इसके कारण गंदा हो गया, आप उसकी सफाई करेंगे। तो वैसे
यस
सेल्फ में जितना भी इंटरेक्शन में रिएक्शन से इकट्ठे किए आपने, वो सबको आप ही को सफाई करना है ना।
यस
तो उसको करने का काम है ये मॉर्निंग सेशन जो कर रहे हैं, वो रेगुलर उसको करेक्ट है ना। एक तो जो इकट्ठा हो रहा है उसको साफ करना, और जो इकट्ठा पहले से है उसको भी साफ करना,
जी
राइट।
राइट।
ठीक है, आप कहाँ पर हैं सुनील कुमार जी?
सर हरियाणा में रेवाड़ी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कोसली सब डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, उस कॉलेज में,
अच्छा,
गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में।
क्या नाम है कॉलेज का?
गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज कोसली इन रेवाड़ी डिस्ट्रिक्ट सर।
अच्छा, बढ़िया। क्या पढ़ाते हैं आप?
हिस्ट्री पढ़ाता हूँ सर, बाकी साइकोलॉजी फिलोसफी इनमें रुचि है, तो यही ज्यादा पढ़ रहा हूँ आजकल।
अच्छा बढ़िया।
और जो
कुमार संभो जी ने एक कोर्स डेवलप किया है ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी का, आपको पता है?
नहीं सर, मैं अपने बेस पे ही जो मेरे को सेल्फ एक्सप्लोरेशन मदद करती है उस तरह की किताबें खुद ही ला के मैं एनालाइज कर किया था पहले 4-5 साल।
वो तो करिए ही, लेकिन कुमार संभव जी ने भी अभी एक साइकोलॉजी ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी का कोर्स डेवलप किया है।
हाँ जी
आप उसका उनका फोन नंबर ले सकते हैं, उनसे संपर्क कर सकते हैं अगर
जी।
आपका।
ये सर कोर्स लेने से पहले मैं 80% यहाँ तक ही पहुंचा था। जो हमारी बुक है ना आपकी, जो मैं मंगवाया था अभी, तो मैं वही पढ़ रहा था अभी, आपकी जो जो किताब है अपनी ह्यूमन वैल्यूज वाली। तो 80% तक मैं साइकोलॉजी या जितने भी साइकोलॉजिस्ट को पढ़ा, या फिलोसफी पढ़ी, या गीता, जितनी भी और बाकी धर्मों की कुछ किताबें पढ़ी, तो लगभग इधर तक ही मतलब रीच हो गई थी, इनका बेस मेरा मतलब तैयार हो गया था। तो जैसे ही मैं उधर गया 7-8 डेज में, तो एकदम से मैं फील कनेक्ट हो गया था उन चीज़ों से कि हाँ, दिस इज द राइट थिंग। एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन मुझे, मतलब मेरे जीवन का उद्देश्य जो धुंधला था वो एकदम से क्लियर हो गया। ये जैसे ही आपने इतना बेहतरीन जो कोर्स तैयार किया था, बहुत ही मतलब बहुत अच्छा लगा सर।
हाँ, हमने किया ऐसा नहीं है, सब काम परंपरा में होकर रखा है, हम लोग तो उसका सिर्फ एक तरह से कंपाइलेशन कर दे रहे हैं।
हाँ जी हाँ जी, वो परंपरा में मैंने वो बुक भी मंगवाई थी, जो गुरु जी की एक पतली सी किताब है, उसमें रेफरेंस देखा मैंने कि कहाँ से लिया है, तो उसमें भी काफी चीजें क्लियर हो रखी हैं। मैं
बिल्कुल
तो
बिल्कुल,
रख सकता हूँ
बहुत
इसको।
सारा काम परंपरा में हुआ है, लेकिन वो सब छूट गया है, अभी मेन स्ट्रीम एजुकेशन में नहीं है ना।
हाँ जी, ये बहुत जरूरी है सर।
मेन
मैं
स्ट्रीम
बहुत।
एजुकेशन में लाना है, उसी काम को हम लोग कर रहे हैं,
यस सर यस।
और उसी काम को आपको भी करना है।
सर मेरा तो लाइफ का पर्पज ये है, मैं आप नहीं करते तो मैं इंडिविजुअली कुछ ऐसा करने की सोच रहा था, मैंने को एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिल के मैं बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, हम सब लोग मिलकर करेंगे, है कि नहीं?
जी जी सर। जी सर। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
तो आप हरियाणा की जो टीम है, या जो वेस्टर्न रीजन के, क्या नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न रीजन की जो टीम है जिसके अंदर हरियाणा आता है, उनके लोगों से आप जुड़े हुए हैं? नहीं जुड़े हैं?
हाँ जुड़ा हूँ सर, मैं नंबर है जो अपने नॉर्थ जो वेस्ट जो रीजन है उनके सर के नंबर है, उनसे मैंने बात भी की है कि मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट जब भी हो तो
बढ़िया,
मुझे कभी भी आप बुला सकते हैं।
बहुत अच्छा।
हाँ, और पर मैंने कहा था कि मैं एक बार देख लेता हूँ टेक्निक को, अदरवाइज मैं अपनी फिलोसफी घुसाने लगूंगा, तो मैं चाहता नहीं वो करूँ।
हाँ
और
जी, हाँ जी, नहीं
मैं
नहीं, उनसे
दो
बात
चार।
करके उनसे तय
हाँ
करके करिए। हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
हाँ जी, तो
ठीक।
हम उन्होंने बोला कि हम करेंगे आगे हरियाणा में जो भी।
ठीक, बढ़िया।
जी जी।
ठीक, देन वी
ओके।
कैन मूव सुप्रजा जी टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
जी भैया, thank you Sunil भैया। भैया, this is a question from Ishrat ji. My daughter
या
says that you are trusting everyone with the feeling of relationship,
बैड
but some of the people are misusing it. So you should know, you should understand and analyze rather blindly trusting everyone. So she is telling you that I am unable to answer her.
yes, so very interesting things, number one, you are trusting everyone, it is fine, but this conclusion that you are trusting everybody blindly, this is not true. Okay. These arguments shift so fast. So what she is saying, that you are trusting everybody, which means you have the feeling of trust for everyone. Okay. And this feeling of trust is what is naturally acceptable to me. And therefore, whenever I have the feeling of trust, I am in a state of harmony within and a state of happiness within. Right? So we should ask the daughter whether we should be happy or unhappy. Okay. She will say you should be happy. So the answer is that therefore I am trying to be happy by having this feeling of trust which is naturally acceptable to me. Right? If I have the feeling of mistrust on anyone for any moment, then that will lead to disharmony within and unhappiness within, which she does not want anyway, right? So this is settled. Now the question is that she considers that you are doing it blindly. Okay. That question has to be settled. That whether you are doing it blindly or you are doing it with awareness, with open, kind of uh, observation of the other person. So, for example, if when I trust everybody, I am not trusting them blindly. Okay. I continue to observe the other person, and depending upon his state of affair, I will respond to him. But I will have the feeling of trust. So the point to discuss is to ask the child as to where does she think, that you are not, making the observation properly. That would be the question. So the issue is not whether to have feeling of trust or not to have feeling of trust. That issue is settled. And she will agree to the fact that I must have feeling of trust because that is what leads to harmony and happiness within. But when it goes to fulfilling that feeling of trust, then I have to make the observation about the other. And depending upon his condition, depending upon his need, depending upon my condition, I have to respond. Isn't it?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Shraji, are you there?
Actually, I couldn't see Shraji in the meeting. Yeah.
Okay, Shraji is also not there, but fine.
Yes.
So you are able to see, Suprajaji, the difference between having the feeling of trust is one
And
thing.
yes,
And
Bhaiya.
when we are trying to fulfill that feeling of trust, in the process, this making observation, right observation of the condition of the other, the condition of myself, right, and the prevailing situations around. On the basis of all that, I have to decide what to do to fulfill that feeling of trust in me for the other. That has to be done properly. And as far as the daughter is concerned, we must discuss with the daughter as to where am I making mistake in designing this process of fulfilling the feeling of trust. As far as having the feeling of trust is concerned, there is no question.
No question.
That has to be settled. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Bhaiya, next question is like, when trying to maintain relationship by aligning with others' perspective, how can we avoid developing the feeling of low self-worth or inferiority complex that may arise consistently, prioritizing the harmony over personal opinion?
This is interesting. Who is this? Who is this question?
This is question from Venkatesh-ji. I am again checking whether he's here. I don't think so. Today, Om sir has posted the question as joined. Yeah.
Yes, he is there.
Venkateshwari ji. Okay, okay. I just
He has
I
joined.
Venkatesh. It is showing Venkatesh in this. One second.
Good. Venkatesh is from SRM.
She is from SR region, PhD college by Coimbatore. Recently, she attended that KCT workshop 8-day.
Yeah, good afternoon, Bhaiya and Subraja ma'am. This is
Good.
Venkateshwari
Yes.
from
Very,
PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore.
very nice. Geeta ji is also from Coimbatore, right? A Geeta ji.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Yes, near to Coimbatore. Yeah.
So when I am having the feeling of relationship, right?
Yes,
Then
Bhaiya.
what is my condition? Am I standing in that relationship or I am falling in that relationship? So this I keep, asking question about, are you standing in love or you are falling in love? If you are standing in love, you will not have problem. If you are falling in love, you will have problem. So your problem is that when you are in you can see relationship with the other and you want to fulfill relationship with the other, right? You are not able to be firm on yourself first. And then you are trying to make others happy by doing what they want. That is not what we need to do for, fulfilling relationship. So if I want to fulfill relationship, then first thing is that I must have right understanding in me. With right understanding, I must have the right evaluation about myself. And then I must have right evaluation about the other. Right? And with those two right evaluations, I will be able to decide what to do for the other, for fulfilling relationship. And if I am doing this, okay, it will not, this low self-worth, this problem will be not there. The inferiority complex will not be there. And I'm not prioritizing harmony over personal opinion. I'm prioritizing harmony. That is true. But it's not against personal opinion. So if I have the right understanding and the right feeling, and if I can make the right evaluation of my condition and the condition of the other, right, then I'll decide what to do for fulfillment of my relationship with the other without getting dominated by the other and without trying to dominate the other.
Okay, Bhaiya. That right understanding will gives us confidence to move without having any this kind of
Yes. It
complex.
will give us the clarity, it will give us the confidence, and it will give us the commitment for the relationship. And then with this clarity, right, and commitment for the relationship, we'll have the confidence and we will also develop the necessary competence to fulfill relationship.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Every time I am doing this, I am strengthening myself. I am becoming stronger and stronger. I am becoming a better and better human being, better personality, right?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Not that I am getting inferior or getting into low self-worth.
So that other is similar to me, that kind of thought and also the right understanding. With this, we
Right
will get this
understanding
confidence.
about myself, right? About human being.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Yes, like when I'm interacting with you, okay,
Oh,
I'm certainly responding to your question, but I'm responding to your question on the basis of my right understanding, on the basis of my right feeling for you, right? And this
yes.
is not causing inferiority complex in me, and it is not causing superiority complex in me, right?
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
having the clarity, I'm having the confidence born out of that clarity, out of that right understanding. I have the commitment in my relationship with all the those who are associated in the process, and with that commitment, I am trying to develop my competence to respond to your question in a meaningful manner. And when I do this, it works.
Yes,
It
Bhaiya.
helps everybody in the process.
We'll get more confidence and competence
Yes,
every time.
yes.
Yes, Bhaiya. This question was posted last month actually. So
Yeah.
uh, it seems to be like this month, it seems to be different. Last month, maybe after coming from the FTP, like 10 to 15 days, I was very okay. But after that, there was a dip, like
Yes.
understanding, like every time when we look into other, so there was slight kind of confusion was there at that time. So I have posted this question and I'm attending the weekly meetings and now, after your explanation, like this is somewhat clarified correctly. This
Yes.
right understanding and feeling.
And are you joining the morning session tomorrow?
Yes, but yeah, I have registered. I'll join.
Yes. If you join through the morning session, this batch for 4 months, that will make more difference, in your life. So it is interesting that month back when you were asking the question and now you are different, isn't it?
Yes, Bhaiya. Okay.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Bhaiya.
Thank you very much. Very much. Thank you very much.
Bhaiya,
Yes.
in this case, Bhaiya, like when we have this completeness of right understanding, then you are having this right understanding and feeling, you are giving the clarity to the people. But when now I can see for myself, we are all in the process. So in the process, we are sure that we are not having this completeness. But only very few moments that we are taking a guidance from natural acceptance, even though we choose to take every moment. Say 10
Yes.
time if I'm not expressing my anger or no behaving properly outside, in spite me working inside it has to be worked continuously, but at
Yes.
least at the level of behavior we started working at least to behave properly with the outside. Now in that time also 10 times we are okay, but one time that reaction which we are trying to work upon internal is coming outside, but that
Yes.
one reaction is creating a huge mess than the 10 times which I had a good feeling. Try to behave properly with the other person. So only after this completeness of right understanding I can consistently have that. But at this moment, what could be the tips by your like?
See, first let me tell you that I am also in the process, right?
Yes,
So
Bhaiya.
not that I have the complete understanding. Okay. I am
Yes.
in the process. Like every one of us is in the process.
Hmm.
Now, this fact that you mentioned, that as we work on ourselves through this process of self-exploration, okay,
Hmm.
we start improving. Okay.
Hmm.
So a lot of things have improved, but
Hmm.
still a lot of bad sanskars are there.
Yes, Bhaiya.
And in particular occasions, they
Hmm.
get activated, right? Depending
Yes,
upon the
Bhaiya.
conditions which are there outside, you know, if it is favorable for a bad sanskar, then that bad sanskar is likely to get activated. And then we'll start working with this bad sanskar. And all our awareness will go somewhere down the drain. Okay. Then something
Yes,
very
Bhaiya.
negative will come out. Okay. Which
And
is fine.
it's sometimes giving a doubt that no, in spite of putting so much effort, we are becoming nothing. Like some doubt is coming.
Yeah, but see, we have to understand that we have piled up so many of them, over many births, thousands of births or lakhs of births that we had associated with the body, and we have accumulated so many of them. So we have to continuously work on it. Number one. Number two, when we really understand this fact that so much of it is accumulated inside each one of us, we can also sympathize with everybody else, that they are also not bad people,
True,
or they
Bhaiya.
want to be bad people. They are passing through these phases, Okay. So we can really be very sympathetic to other people also, and we can be very helpful to them. That one bad sanskar has come up, and it is creating so much of problem for the other and problem for everyone around. So my own experience will help me to take two decisions. One is that I have to continuously work on myself
True, Bhaiya.
without
Yeah.
getting affected by this, upsurgence of the negative sanskar. Okay. Second, I have to be sympathetic to everyone in this society who are also suffering from this kind of problem. At least I have a process with me, through which I can do the self-purification. And I have such a support system, where there are people to help me out. There are processes to help me out. Thing number one, I have to work on myself very, consistently, very diligently, with lot of awareness. But two, I have to be sympathetic and considerate for everyone else. So instead of getting this doubt that there has been no achievement, we should have these two things which I mentioned. And one thing which I keep mentioning every time is that, when we are doing our evaluation, there are 3 points to be evaluated. Point number one is that where did I start from? So what was the starting point? Let's say, 5 years back, you started working on this self-exploration. At that time, where were you? What was your condition of the self? Second is the evaluation of what is your condition now. And third evaluation is about where I have to reach to that perfect condition of divinity, right? And divineness. So these three things have to be evaluated. Evaluate all three of them, then on the basis of the evaluation of where I started and where I am, I can see my achievement. I can appreciate, right?
Correct.
The progress I have made. And this is very important, I would say. So with that progress, I will feel encouraged, to travel the distance which has to be traveled, that gap which is remaining, I will fulfill that gap. So that will come, that courage, will come on the basis of evaluation of point one and point two. But if you don't evaluate this point one, that is where we started, and we only evaluate where I am and where I have to be, then you feel that so much of distance has to be traveled and I am nowhere. That leads to the kind of feeling you are expressing.
Correct. Bhaiya, if somebody seeking for a help and we think we are not that competent enough to help them, if I see I also have a lack of competence, then what to do, Bhaiya, at that case? Because they also need a help, a guide, but then I feel I am not that competent. in this case, how to program?
Yeah. So in that case, first thing I have to do is to keep myself in, place.
That is my priority, not to
Yeah.
develop
So
my competence.
So I myself should not get disturbed. Number one. Number two, when I am composed, I am in place, then I will evaluate the other person, and then on the basis of my state of condition and the condition of the other, I will decide what help can I give, right? So, for example, so many people want to go through this process of, whatever we are offering as the workshops for FDP, right?
Yes, Bhaiya.
At one time, I was going personally to all these places. I've gone to so many places in India and outside. But now I feel that, okay, there are enough number of people who can go and do this work. Okay. And I need not go there because now, my engagements and my health and my age and all those things, right? It is better that I'm there in a place and working for certain more serious issues than going and taking workshops for everyone. Right? So this is a decision which I have taken very, purposely. So, but when I feel that no, somewhere it is necessary and I must go myself, then I go there. Like I have gone for one of the workshop in SRM. This was a workshop UHV 3. So 2017 to 2025, 8 years of this effort in AICT. I have taken only these two workshops. One is SRM UHV 3 and one is IIT Kanpur UHV 3.
Okay.
Remaining workshops, hundreds of them, have been taken by other people. So I have to evaluate my competence. I have to evaluate my conditions, right? I have to evaluate the competence of the other, the conditions of the other. All those evaluation has to be done, then the program has to be made. So if I feel that I cannot help the other person, okay, in a particular way, then I will decide not to do it. And I will convey the other person that this is not, I'm not able to do this because I do not feel that I have the competence to do it. No, I have this feeling and the feeling of responsibility for the other, but I'm not competent to do it.
Okay. Nice. Thank you, Bhaiya.
So many people tell me, come to my place. At one time, I would every time say, yes, I will come. But now I think 10 times to say yes. That time I was in a position to go, right?
Got it, Bhaiya.
So many places. Now I tell, let's see, if there is a chance, we'll come. I want to come, that is true, but
This line of draw, no, with the feeling relationship we want to do, but at the same time, understand what is our current. This line, no, that is little difficult.
yeah, but that has to be done. What is my current state and the current state of the other? And then the overall situations, all that has to be put together.
Program is important. Got it. Thank you.
Good. Nice. We can move to the next question then.
But yeah, again, no, these two questions I couldn't see Shivraj sir and Rishi Raj sir. So what we do now, should we go for this question?
Let's see if there are people who are there and their
Should
questions are
we
there.
have the
We'll take them
Yeah.
up in priority.
Shivraj
Otherwise, you
sir
come back to this
joined,
question.
it seems, Bhaiya. Shivraj sir is here now.
Okay, very nice.
Okay, then I think we can go with this question at least.
Yes, yes.
Like we used to hear whatever happened in our family relationship, like if two brothers fight for property in this generation, the fight will continue for 7 generations. We used to see it in our life too. Need some clarity because every time there is like any relationship, they telling him number 7 7, 7 generation. So is there having any the connectivity for the 7 generation is this question.
No, I mean, I don't know about any specific magic number of 7, but yes, it goes from one generation to other generation. The interesting thing about human being is there are two processes going on. One is the transmission of the, conditions from one body to the other body, right? In terms of the genes, right? So this gene of the father and the mother is getting transferred to the gene of the child. So if you look at the shape, the size, the color, the height of the body of the child, right? You can see the effect of the body of the father and the body of the mother. Right? That we can all see. The second thing that is getting transferred is the sanskar. The sanskar of the father and sanskar of the mother, right? Now this fighting of two brothers is not just a question of the body. It's the question of the state of the self, right? The state of the sanskar of the self. Now, if the parent has the sanskar of fighting, okay, then it is likely to get transferred to this, the children. Okay. Then it is not getting transferred only from the father and mother. Right? It might also get transformed from the brothers. It can get transferred from the grandfather and the grandmother. Isn't it?
Correct.
And then you have your children who go around in the schools and colleges and they pick up sanskar and come back home and interact with you, and they are also transferring some sanskar to you. So 4 generations, right? So your parents, your grandparents, yourself, your friends, right? And then your children. 4 generations you can see. Isn't it? And then if you go back and start looking at the parents and the grandparents, the sanskar they have, is not just their earning. Lot of it is getting transferred from their previous generation. Isn't it? It is recursive in nature. So 7 generation is just an estimate. Maybe even more, right?
Correct.
It goes from generations to generations. So this whole process you can understand even now, look around and see these 4 generations you can see immediately. Then this 4 generation has this, the older generations have their own, sanskar from the previous generations. Yes, Sivrajji, you want to ask something?
If that is the case, Bhaiya, so as you rightly mentioned, I am looking at 4 generations of my grandparents and my parents, myself, and my son's 4th generation. That feeling of opposition between brothers, I am able to watching from my grandparents itself.
Yes.
So in that condition, with respect to right understanding, with respect to feeling of relationship, as you rightly mentioned in the previous question to the we keep on working on that. As you rightly mentioned, we have started somewhere. At least in this generation, I am towards the right understanding and right feeling. It may take some other generations also to get it reflected.
Yes.
Should I understand like that, Bhaiya?
Yes. At least
Because
I can immediately start working on it. Right? And if
yes,
I start
Bhaiya.
working on it, and if I am able to take care of it, you know, it will help me to begin with. Then I will be able to, you know, help my, you know, people associated with me in my generation. I can help people in the next generation, my own children and this, you know, next generation. Then it will go on down the, you know, generation. That is what
Okay,
we are
Bhaiya.
trying to do. Like at one time, we thought that if we can do this human values thing in one college, it will be a great achievement. No, and we spent 4 years to make it happen in one college. But once it happened in one college and it was showing meaningful results, the next was an university with 550 colleges. And now we have thousands of colleges coming under AICT who are going through the process. And more than 10 lakhs students are going through this course. Right? So much is possible. You know, if we start working on the sanskar, and particularly we start working on the process which can purify our sanskar and make it part of the mainstream education, lot of possibilities are there. You know, much more than what we think of. I mean, it was very difficult for us to, you know, think that, you know, this kind of thing can ever be possible. But now it is possible. So Prajaji did this workshop, I think 2 years or 3 years back, isn't it? And then she found it worked, and she started working with the departments there, requesting them that, you know, this is something which making sense to me, but you can also go through it. And so much of work is being done in SRM because of one person feeling that this has a possibility. Like that, we can all explore and see and find the possibility. And then once we find the possibility and we are working on it, it will multiply. I mean, it is multiplying faster than what we ever thought of. So it will multiply in our family, it will multiply in our institutions, our workplace, and then it will slowly multiply in the whole society.
Bhaiya, in
I
addition to that,
Yeah.
there is one more question arising right now, Bhaiya. Can I ask that?
Yeah.
So, Bhaiya, by the time of birth, so we have the body, and then we are saying that around 4th month or 5th month, the self is getting associated with the body. That self is myself, what I was in the earlier generation is coming along with me to this body, which is getting continued. Is it so or anything else, Bhaiya?
No, I didn't get you. What it is myself means?
For example, in my previous birth, myself was there.
Myself
that
there
self-
was there means I was there.
I was there.
Yes, I am the self, not the body.
Yes, Bhaiya. That
I was the self
self.
associated with some body.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Now I have left
What?
that body. Now I am associating with another body.
So what I have accumulated or what I have understood in the earlier generation is coming along with myself to this body also, and it is getting continued. Is it right, Bhaiya?
True. And this you can observe every moment. See, whatever
Okay,
you have
Bhaiya.
accumulated till this moment, the next moment you are interacting with the body with that, you know, whatever you accumulated till now, isn't it?
Yes, Bhaiya.
So whatever you have accumulated till now as your sanskar, right, you are going to interact with your body the next moment on the basis of that. And this is true even when I am shifting from one body to another body. Even now, if you really observe properly, you will find that, you keep associating with the body and dissociating with the body. Sometimes you pay attention to the body, sometimes you don't pay attention to the body. And if you are not paying attention to the body, the sensation of the body, then it is immaterial whether the body is there or not there. Isn't it? So you are every moment, making that decision to associate with the body, not to associate with the body. Only thing is that after say 100 years, you are associating with some other body all fresh, not the same body. But this association and dissociation is taking place every moment. I only have to be observant about it. Then we will understand.
Got it, Bhaiya. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But still, a lot more
You
to
are
explore,
from
Bhaiya.
SRM? You are from
No,
SRM?
no, sir. We are from PSG, same PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore.
Coimbatore. Very nice. Who
Thank
was
you,
taking
Bhaiya.
the workshop? Ganesh-ji.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Very nice.
In Coimbatore side, we have conducted that 8 days workshop now, Bhaiya, like that KPR College, Karpagam, and PSNA, and now KCT.
Very good.
So, people attended that workshop of 8-day workshop.
Very
So I
nice.
have attended that 8-day workshop in KPR. Umesh Bhaiya have taken that workshop, Bhaiya.
Okay. Nice, Suprajaji. Then we can move on to the next question.
Ji, Bhaiya. Okay. Bhaiya, this question is pending. Rishiraj sir question. Should we go or no? Should we move on to the next?
Yeah, if there are more questions, we can move, but we can come back to Rishiraji when he is there.
Ji, Bhaiya. Here in society part, there is a question like in today's society, it become very difficult to be work and speak out truth openly, even though the boss is wrong. Need to say yes to be in the job and to avoid that further harassments. So this is predominantly prevailing. So how to handle these situations is the question.
Yeah. So the interesting thing is that what is important is to understand the truth. And what is the truth? The coexistence, harmony, and relationship. That is the truth, isn't it? And if we understand this truth and we have this feeling of coexistence, harmony, and relationship, then we will always be in a state of harmony within and happiness within. So the important thing is to know the truth and to be with the truth. That is what we are saying as right understanding and right feeling. Then, after we have the right understanding or understanding of the truth and the feeling based on truth, that is coexistence, harmony, and relationship, then it comes to fulfilling this, in terms of expression outside. Right? The third step. First step is to know the truth. Second step is the acceptance of the truth and the feeling with that truth. And these two steps are enough to make you happy in continuity. Then comes the third step. The third step is to express this truth. Isn't it? And we have a lot of possibility for this, speaking the truth. Like I'm trying to share that truth with you. Okay. Many of you, I don't even know, right? I have never met you.
Yes, babe.
But you are willing to listen, isn't it? You are willing to understand. Right? I am spending 2 hours with you. right? And it is so helpful for, all of us. So it may take some time to come to this state of sharing this truth or expressing this truth, but it comes. There are a lot of possibilities. Now, the question that is asked here, I mean, I have given a very general answer. Now, come back to this specific question, that is speaking out truth openly. Right? Now, what do we mean by truth here? Do we mean some incidents, some happenings, some expressions, or we mean that basic truth of coexistence, harmony, and relationship? So what is happening is that we consider these happenings as the truth.
Correct.
So one person is already troubled within. He is full of disharmony and opposition, right? And this man is shouting. Now this is not happening, right? Now you go and tell this man that you are, in a state of disharmony and a state of opposition, and you are shouting, and it is not good. Okay? What do you think? Is it going to serve any purpose? Whether he is a boss or he is not a boss. He may be even your son, daughter, right? What happens?
Present, they feel this is important. So
Huh?
at present, they feel that is important. That is why
Yeah.
we cannot say that, no, it is not correct, generally.
Yeah. So I do not have that feeling of relationship with the other. I am not able to care for the other. Okay? So I must develop that feeling of relationship and this feeling of care for the other. And when I start caring for the other, then the other person will start responding. I remember there's one person called Chanal, Swapan Chanal from Punjab. Once he was sharing his experience in the morning session. And he told that, when I did this workshop for the first time and I went back home, I used to feel that my son and my daughter, they are very disciplined, because when I'm there in house, right, they don't make any noise. They are very silent sitting in their room, So I was thinking that I am a very good, father, keeping everyone disciplined. But then when I went through the workshop, I realized that I don't have that relationship with them. They are not coming to me. They are not sharing with me. They are afraid of me. Right? So he's saying that, then I started talking to them, just asking very simple questions. How was your college, school today, college today, and all those simple things, So then they started, sharing something. Initially, they were very afraid, but then they started sharing. And now today, the children, they come back from school and they tell everything what happened in the school before, they do anything else. And for every small thing, they will seek for his advice. Now, this is talking about the truth, about relationship, about harmony. So you have to have that understanding of harmony and the feeling of harmony and relationship. And then you have to share that with the other. Then these happenings also will be taken care of. I mean, I can tell you another example. There's one person who was working in this Air Force. He was in the, maintenance.
Mm.
In this flight maintenance, there's a lot of pressure.
Mm. Mm.
The airports, when the flight, any of this thing comes for maintenance, lot of pressure about, immediately it has to be repaired and sent back.
Mm.
So this person, he was a kind of maintenance person, and his boss used to call him and shout at him, that it's taking time and it is getting delayed and all these things. And once it happened that there was some urgent issue matter, and then he called him and then he shouted at him for 45 minutes.
Mm.
And then he said, okay, go and do it immediately.
Mm.
And this man was sitting all through 45 minutes without reacting to what he was saying.
Mm.
And at the end of it, he said, now, are you comfortable?
Mm.
No. And then this person got flared up and he shouted again, for another 10-15 minutes. And then he asked him to go.
Mm.
And then he went back without any reaction.
Mm.
And then anyway, things keep on going. So 1 week later, he called him back.
Mm.
And he said, what did you say that day?
Mm.
So he said, you were shouting so much on me. Okay. There are problems and I'm trying to work with all those problems.
Mm.
So I was only asking that after having shouted for 45 minutes, okay, are you comfortable?
Mm.
So he said, no, I was not comfortable. Okay.
Mm.
And then he said, what do you mean? And all this discussion started.
Mm.
Then every time he is free, he will call him and, discuss about these issues.
Mm. Mm.
And they become a very good friend.
Mm. Ji.
So it's not that if he's shouting, you shout back, or if he's, in a state of very disharmony and doing all kind of, wrong things, you can go and tell him that you are doing wrong things. You have to establish that relationship. First, you have to be in harmony and relationship with yourself. And then you have to have that harmony with the other, the relationship with the other. And then you develop that relationship, and then slowly a condition arises when you can share.
Mm. Mm.
And I can tell you, every one of us want to improve.
Mm. Bhaiya, what you're telling is very true, Bhaiya. While going through this content, also we are learning this only. But that moment, I always want to prove I am right, I am special. Why this still over evaluation of us is there? Like no, always it's come me as a picture first. So in that way, that always I have to prove I am right, I am correct. It is because of the intention. That is why I believe I have the strong intention, but competency lagging is not able to accept how to deal with this.
See, first I have to evaluate myself and see that do I have the same problem?
Mm.
This problem is there with each one of us. It may be less in someone, it may be little more than someone.
Mm. Mm.
That is the only difference.
Mm.
So if we make this evaluation for ourselves, we can see that we want to prove ourselves to be right.
True.
Okay?
Mm.
Even when we are not right.
Correct.
Because that ego thing is there. In fact, this ego is one of the very strong negative traits, or the strongest negative trait in us,
Mm.
which
Mm.
goes only when we have the complete right understanding.
Oh, okay. Mm. Mm.
Otherwise, it is there in some way or the other.
Mm. Mm.
Some way or the other, it will find a place.
Mm. Ji, ji.
somewhere or the other it will find a place in you. So even if you are not reacting to anybody, you can make this as a special thing for you, that I am the one who does not react to anybody. This will, sometime it may become ahankar, this ego, and there you are in trouble. Because if somebody continues to do wrong, you have to make mention of it to the other. And when you make mention of it to the other, he might feel unhappy about it. Right? This fact that I don't make anybody unhappy, it should not make it an issue of ego. It may become an issue of ego.
Whatever we are going through in this UHV content, Bhaiya, deeply, if we go inside, we can see all these traits are very strong. That
Yes.
I am the body, I am having this ego, or else getting into all these terms are very strongly associated.
Yes.
It seems
And
easy to
let me tell
say.
you that
Ji.
let me tell you that unless you observe, identify yourself as the pure observer, that becomes the center of your being. You cannot see that everyone is like you.
Ji, Bhaiya.
So anywhere less than the pure observer, you will always find that you are different from the other.
That is why we need to understand the respect. Only in the information level, it's okay. But as you mentioned, it is not happening continuously. That special moment is there. So it will come.
Yeah, but good thing is that it is, slowly we are, getting into it. We have not reached there, but we are able to get a sense of it.
Ji, Bhaiya.
Yeah, you are saying something. Yeah, please.
That's what. So all these terms, like it's like a book of me. The Teochi content is book of me. I have that ego, depression. I can see for myself. So process every moment is taking a lot of time. Ji, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Self-exploration is basically opening your own book and reading it. Every line of it, every word of it.
Good. Well, first, I just want to be comfortable for myself. It's not like for the other, just for me to comfortable for my own self. No, that is not happening continuously. Because only if I have a right understanding in completeness, that complete comfortable within will be there, that harmony state. So now this is like, to be frank, how this process is happening now. It's like a deep down, there was a mud that was not known earlier. So I was feeling that I'm clear, perfect, all this on the top, that water. But now it has been totally shaken. That whole lot of mud is confused.
Yes. But it is good, at least we are confused and we are working on it. Otherwise, this will remain there and we will not know about it.
Ji, bhai. Correct. Nice. Okay, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, next question, can we move, Bhaiya?
Yes.
As my financial state is not up to the mark for obtaining minimum physical facility, I am in contradiction whether to work for UHV or should I work for getting physical facility. Even this was one of the question in the workshop also, Bhaiya. Like people said, now for no for basic financial things also I am depending on the other outside, because I'm not like having my own farm or no. It is a system has become like this. I have to depend on the other for the physical facility. Now I am in the position to do whatever the others say. So in that time, it is contradicting. If I work on the UHV, then no, it is contradicting. So how should deal with it?
Yeah, I will say two things.
Ji, Bhaiya.
Number one, if you find that you have to do something for your physical needs, right? And that has a priority. you should work for your physical needs. One thing. Second thing, working for UHV is not just running the workshops, running the courses, right? As I mentioned so many times in this session also, and I keep mentioning that ultimately, if I have the right understanding and right feeling in me, then I am in harmony within and state of happiness within. And if I am in that state, right, then whomsoever I interact with, right, the other person gets comfortable with me. So that process of sharing these human values anyway start taking place. So it's not necessary that I start taking a workshop or taking a class or such things. That is not very necessary. Or attending the morning session. They are all helpful process. But my very being with right understanding and right feeling, and living with others in a mutually fulfilling manner is going to work for the human values. So this is one part of the response I will make. Second part of the response is that there are two parts to philosophy, the prosperity. One part is that do I understand my need of physical facility? That is one thing which has to be looked into. And second part is that if I understand the need of my physical facility, which is very minimal, okay, then can I work for the production or earning of more than what is required? If you really take these two things seriously, you will always find that each one of us, unless we are sick physically, it is possible for us to produce more than what is required. Okay, that is always possible. Most of the time, the problem is either with the fact that we are not able to identify the need of physical facility, or we are not willing to work. Work for production. In fact, many of us are so much, accustomed to do only a certain kind of work. And we think that we must get that kind of work, otherwise there is no work. And this is the problem mostly with the, so-called educated people. You go and attend a college, okay, then a professional college, and then you become a very focused, technically or professionally qualified person. And if you are not getting that particular technical job, then you think that you have no job. And you have no possibility. I think we must come out of that. We must come out of that. If you look at the traditional Indian village, you will find that in the Indian village, there was no family which did not have a house. There was no family which did not have an occupation. Right? There is a lot of this survey being carried out around 1835 by the Britishers. And one of the surveys in Tanjavur district. And it says that there is so much in the village, and they are expressing this, that every family has a house, every family has an occupation, and all put together are producing far more than what is required. And it seems that they have nothing to purchase from outside. So this is the kind of condition which was there in 1835, which is reported by the surveys. And you can also see that in the village, even now, we are producing more than 2 to 3 times what is required for all the people of the villages. Even now, that cities are surviving on that. So all these possibilities are there. We have to probably work on it, identify them, work with them, and see. I would say that first answer is immediately, we can work for our physical facility with right understanding and right feel. That's what we can do.
There are many questions related to that only, which we could see that not paying salaries and money is important. I think you have given answer for that. This one question, no, again, the other question is like, it's telling ki, like, what was the student conversation? There was no question we could see here. And this one question, Bhaiya, any tips and leads for retired senior citizen, how to spend life and lifestyle to be made?
Yeah, very interesting question. In fact, very recently, Umesh-ji was mentioning that one of the workshop which was going on in Sambhaji Nagar, which was initially called as what was that? Aurangabad. Okay. Few senior citizens came to attend the workshop, and after the workshop, they said that they are heading some senior citizen organization in Maharashtra, and this sounds to be something very useful, very effective, for them to get a lot of clarity about their life and about what they can contribute to the society, in the light of this understanding. So lot of development has taken place in the process, and it has been our feeling that in this country, more than 1 crore senior citizens are there who are getting pension and who have all the facility and also have a lot of expertise. They have spent their life 30, 35 years of work on some professional area. So they have a lot of experience, lot of knowledge. Okay. And they do want to contribute meaningfully to the society. Okay. So my suggestion for them would be to at least go through one workshop, one 8-day workshop on UHV. This will give a lot of possibilities to them. First, in terms of understanding themselves and finding the purpose of their life and how they are related to the family and to the society and the whole world, okay, and how they can meaningfully contribute in the process. It will also give them some feel of what is going to be their lifestyle and what kind of changes they have to make in their lifestyle. Okay. And with all this, how they can meaningfully contribute to the society at large, because they have a lot of knowledge, lot of skill, and lot of resources. So if they want, each of these senior citizen can become an institution for change in the society. So there are a lot of possibilities. That Dr. Karthik ji is there. So we should talk to him and tell him what is going on in this Sambhaji Nagar, or get in touch with Umesh ji, who is seriously developing this, what we can do for the senior citizen. And these people who were there for that workshop, they are heading many organizations of the senior citizens. So they are now planning to do workshops for the senior citizen and also do these follow-up activities. So very good possibility. We have already started with the jail also, if you know. So and we started doing it in Kanpur jail and then in Ghaziabad jail, and now this is going on in a big way in Gujarat, where the IG jail has shown interest that it should be done in all the jails in Gujarat. So like that, the senior citizen thing has a lot of possibility, I would say. So connect Karthik ji to or any such senior citizen to Messi who is already planning a lot of work with the senior citizen, and they can be very big resource for us. In fact, when we want to take this society, human values to society, they can really be a very big resource for us. I remember that Usha ji in Kerala, she has been principal of one of the colleges, and now she is retired, and she is conducting workshops for the people in the society in their Malayalam language. It is quite effective, I am told. I have not attended any of the workshop, but I have been told that it is quite effective. And when I met her in Chennai, she was telling that people are responding very warmly.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Nice. We have few questions are left also in the beginning also. Or else should we open 1 or 2 questions for the audience? How we go about it, Bhaiya?
Yeah, we can do that. We have
Which
some
one?
10, 11 minutes left. So if there is audience, there was one question. Some Sanmogaji was raising hands many times, but
Okay, second. Shanmuga Priya ji. You. Shanmuga Priya Didi.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Bhaiya. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Please go ahead.
The thing is, ma'am, regarding the Ishra-ji question only, ma'am, like we are keeping the trust actually. Whether I cannot say with the natural acceptance only, I'm trusting. But within a day that happened in my life, within a day, there was a thing which is breaking the trust. So I don't know. Yeah, for the entire day, the driver was okay when we are traveling to Tirupati. But that the midnight when we are returning, we have lost our mobile. The only person here with us is that person only, and then 99% sure that he took something. So I was thinking from morning onwards, we are traveling with him to Tirupmala. But on the return, since we are returning at 2 a.m., we have lost our mobile. So by the time it happened 4 years back, but till now, if I'm remembering that incident, I will think how we blindly trust that person or what, or we are not sure with that incident happened because of him like that. There are some more incident we keep trust, but that will happen. Something will happen which break the trust. So there is a sentence blindly we trusted some people or what. Yeah, that is the question. See.
yeah, so don't trust blindly, but trust. That is what we are saying.
Yes.
Don't trust blindly, but you have to trust. I mean, at least you have to have the feeling of trust.
Okay. But with the right understanding, if I am keeping trust, it will long last. It will come for years, Bhaiya, like that.
See, I will tell you, if I have the feeling of trust in me, I am in a state of harmony and happiness. That is
Yes.
immediate return, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, with that feeling of trust, I am, interacting with the other person.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Now, in that case, it is possible that I might get cheated.
Ah, ah,
Okay. But that is
ah,
possible even otherwise.
yes, yes, Bhaiya, yes.
If you are
Ah,
interacting with a lot of distrust,
ah,
aren't you getting cheated?
ah,
Now you are getting cheated twice. One is
ah,
when you are having feeling of mistrust, you are unhappy.
yes.
So that unhappiness is immediately there,
Ah,
and then you are getting cheated.
okay, okay, Bhaiya, yes.
So you are at double loss.
Ah,
But if you have the feeling of trust, at least you are losing only once.
ah,
If you are cheated,
yes, 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 Bhaiya, yes.
that is number one. Number two, ask this question within the family.
Okay.
If we have the trust in the family,
Mm,
right? And if we
mm,
are interacting with the people in the family with that feeling of trust, how
mm.
will be the environment?
Yes, yes.
It will be good or bad?
It will be good only always, Bhaiya.
Yes. I will tell you one example.
Ah,
In Punjab Technical University, okay,
mm,
there was a team of faculty members headed by the then registrar, you know,
okay,
of that Punjab Technical University, who came to attend a workshop in IIT Kanpur.
okay,
And this person, his name was H.S. Bass, the registrar.
okay,
And when he was attending the workshop, and there was a discussion on this relationship and the issue of trust and all that,
okay.
then one day he said in his sharing
Mm,
that after listening to this feeling of trust and all these things, I have been thinking that I have a fight with my brother,
okay,
and it so happened that this man is from a place called uh, what is that name? I'll tell you the name if I remember. So this place where this university is there, so he hails
okay,
from that particular place, and he
okay,
went to Chandigarh. He was director of some other institute, and then he
okay,
became the star of this, and he came back.
okay,
When he came back, his brother, his elder brother, felt that this man will ask for his share of the land.
okay. Oh,
So he felt little disturbed. Okay.
yes, yes.
And his behavior towards this person
Oh,
was very bad.
okay,
And
okay,
then
Bhaiya.
this person got hurt, and he thought that he will file a case against him.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
And he had made all the preparation. And in the meantime, he came for this workshop. And during the workshop, he thought that if I file this case, I will have to spend not less than 20 years fighting this case, because all the civil cases take time.
yes, yes,
And all this meantime, I will lose my peace.
yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
And I anyway don't need that land because I have enough, money and everything in Chandigarh. I already have a big house in Chandigarh, and
Okay,
big house here. Now I don't need that land really, and why do I want to spoil my life?
okay,
So he phoned up that lawyer and said, "Don't file that case. Okay, I'll come back and see."
okay,
When he came back and he was not pursuing that case,
okay,
his elder brother was very suspicious that something big is planning.
okay,
But when nothing happened, after 3-4 months, he said one day, he called him and said, "What is the problem? What are you doing with that case?" He
okay,
said, "I'm not pursuing it." Okay. He said, "Why are you not pursuing it?" Because then he said that I have that, feeling of
okay,
relationship for you, and we'll spoil that relationship, spend 20 years fighting and we'll reach nowhere. So I decided not to fight.
okay,
Then this elder brother is saying, "What do you think? I am dishonest and I will take away your land. This land is yours and you can take that part of the land, right?"
okay,
And that's how it got sorted out, isn't it?
okay, okay, Bhaiya. Okay,
If he had
okay.
filed that case, 20 years would have gone,
Yes, 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 yes,
isn't it?
yes,
So
Bhaiya,
there
yes,
is enough scope for trust even within the family.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so this is what I have to place from my side.
Okay, Bhaiya. Okay, Bhaiya.
But
Okay,
then
Bhaiya.
I will not recommend that you always trust and blindly. I'm not recommending that. I'm
Sure,
saying
sure.
have the feeling of trust always and be happy. When it comes to fulfilling that,
Okay.
expressing that feeling of trust,
Okay,
be
Bhaiya.
very
Thank you,
cautious.
Bhaiya. Thanks a lot, Bhaiya.
Yes. Okay, Sanmugaji, very nice. I remember your name for the last session you were there.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Bhaiya.
She was there.
I remember your name. I remember your face.
Yes, Bhaiya. Last time I like when we met in Delhi, I was asking whether you remember me or what. Then you said, why not? Same thing. Now now after that, I don't have that question of you remember me or what, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your, I'm taking this as one blessing from your side.
Yeah, and I always remember Sanmuga. Sanmuga means Kartik, right?
Yes, Bhaiya. Karthik. Yes, Bhaiya.
So I remember you as Sanmuga Priya means Kartik Priya.
Yes, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya.
So very nice.
Yes, thank you, Bhaiya.
We have 2 minutes left.
But
Very nice
yeah,
interaction today.
yeah.
Yes, Supriyaji, what to do?
But yeah, only 2 minutes left. So I could see Geetaka hands was raised, and if it is an any urgent question, Geetaka, we can go.
Yeah.
Or else, no. With this question, can we close, Bhaiya?
Yeah.
Geetaji, over to you.
Ji Ganesh-ji, Namaste ji.
Namaste ji.
A simple question, but I just want your help, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, now recently I have observed that during all these years, I was good to those who are good to me, and I'm very bad to those who are bad to me. This sanskar I am able to observe within me very recently, Bhaiya. You just help me, Bhaiya, how to overcome.
See, if you can see that you have this sanskar with you and it is not a good sanskar,
Mm,
it will slowly go.
mm, mm,
You were not aware of it and you are going by it.
mm.
Now you are becoming aware of it, isn't it?
Ji,
Then you
ji.
will not go by it, sanskar will go away slowly.
Okay, Bhaiya. But at
Interesting thing
times
is
I'm
that once
behaving
you
very.
become aware,
Sorry, Bhaiya, to interrupt.
once you become
At times
aware,
I'm. Mm,
things start changing.
mm,
The problem is there because you are sleeping.
mm,
You are unaware.
mm,
Once you become aware,
mm,
right? You have become, centered at the level of pure observer. Then things
mm.
will start changing. They will start getting right.
Ji.
Yeah. So it is
At
nice
times
that you
I'm behaving
become
very badly.
aware.
But at times I'm behaving very badly, Bhaiya. That's why the pattern is there reflecting.
I remember your, what you used to tell about your behavior with your husband.
Mm,
Right?
mm.
Now that has changed, isn't it?
Ji,
so,
ji.
so things are changing.
Mm,
Yes. You have given so much of description about your bad behavior with your husband.
mm.
I can imagine. But then you are very daring person, I would say, that you shared all those things and you worked on it and you have improved upon it. So very great, I would say. So things will further improve. Even
Ji.
for others, that opposition will slowly go.
Ji.
Yes.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you.
Geetaji.
Thank you, Ji.
Ji Maya, it's time also.
Yes.
It's two announcement only. Like those who have questions, again we have posted the link for Ganesh Bhaiya session, tinyurl.com/UHVFAQ. So all of you can post your questions for the next session also. And then there is an announcement by Tarabaya in the group in the chat about tomorrow's morning session. We are starting up next batch of morning session. So the link also been posted. So we request all of you to register in that link and kindly join for the morning session for strengthening the self-exploration process. And thank you for all the members who have joined and posting questions regularly, which is helping all of us. And Ganesh Bhaiya, thank you so much for spending your time with us and all the time giving the clarity and making us a better human. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you,
Namaste.
everybody. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste to all.
All the best. Shubhkamna.
Namaste.
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 Namaste, everybody.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everybody.
Parishit Bhaiya, we can close the meeting. Thank you.
जी नमस्ते सभी